What's up, everybody? This is BakaBites. I am Frankfurter. That is Magically Average, and today is the fated day. Every season, it happens. We are going through the next season of anime. Yes, we are going through everything that is coming out next season. We'll be reading out the titles and some of the descriptions and saying what we are interested in and what we are not interested in. As always, we are on livechart.me, filters with the English titles and from last season as the ongoing. And without further ado, because these always run way over time,
Mm-hmm.
we're starting at the bottom of the list, and we're starting with the row Tono to Inu, which is just basically it's a short form dog show. Sure, comedy slice of life. It looks like it's just about a Inu that probably wreaks havoc because it looks like its owner or somebody in the background's running after it.
Looks like a. It doesn't even look like a Shiba Inu. It looks like a weird corgi
Yeah,
mixed with a fennec fox,
a
and
little
it's
bit.
fat as shit.
It's like you know how Billy sends us the disturbing Furbies where it's got the
Oh,
elongated neck. It's like that, like a Shiba or not Shiba, a corgi with the elongated neck. I don't
yeah.
know. It's not for me,
It's
but I know
it's also weird
people
that
love
it's done by OLM, but then also a studio called Live 2D Creative Studio, which just sounds like some weird AI built studio.
it. Yeah, a little bit. And this is their only credit on live chart, so
Yeah. All right.
interesting to see, but I will be passing on that. Also, I need to bring I always forget this every week. Every time we do these, bring up a notepad, copy down what am I going to watch, what am I not going to watch.
Oh, I just go based off of yours, and then I normally only watch about 2% of whatever I say I'm gonna watch. So.
That's fair. Yeah.
Speaking of
Um
something that I wanted to watch but didn't get to, Tanbo season 2.
we
That's
watched
the
the first episode
we
together, but
did
yeah.
we did watch the first episode together. That one's wild. I kept seeing clips of like one of the golfers get, I think it was Tanbo, like got up on a tee and was like bloodied all over, and they're like, "I'm gonna finish this," and they like had like hit a massive
What?
drive and then they passed out. I was like, "What? That's
What the
that's not the
shit?
impression I got after the first. It might have been a different. There was a couple of golf ones that came out at the same time, so maybe it wasn't Tanbo, but it was some wild golf clip of like a person being like, "With this last breath of mine, I'll bomb this drive and get a hole in one on a par four," and then passed out into someone's arms. I was like, man, I wish.
That's
I thought the live tour was crazy with people just smashing beer cans in the stands and yelling in people's backswings. This is wild.
yeah, that's crazy.
Golf turned into a high contact sport. I like it.
Bloody Royale.
Honestly, if you mix golf and hockey, I could maybe do good at that.
Anyways,
It's like the new Mario golf game when you like hit the golf ball and then you run to your ball or whatever. He's just sprinting, hitting people.
yeah, no. Tombo season 2 is a no for me. We watched the
Yeah.
first episode and I was like, this is fine.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's fully dubbed, I think it is fully dubbed. I might
There you go.
watch it.
That might be your work show.
That'll be another work show. Next up, Puniru is a cute slime. This looks like a children's show done by Toho Animation Studio. Comedy, gag, humor, romance. I'm good. This
Is there
doesn't
like a
speak to me at any.
slime overlord in that picture? What's going on?
I don't know. Is it
There's like a giant.
chibi child?
No. In like the top right,
Oh,
there's like a giant
yeah. I gotta
slime.
hover over it so the thing
That's
like
I'm like
disappears.
squinting at it. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, there's like a giant slime overlord in the top corner.
$5 as the like little cutesy girl in the front there turns into that.
I mean, probably.
Yeah,
It's
but
classified as comedy and gag humor, so you
I
know it's gonna
just
be
went over
good.
the tag. I just went over the tag.
No, I know. It's just I like to point out that they have to differentiate between comedy and gag humor.
I guess they're just pointing out what specific type of comedy. But yeah, fair enough.
Eh,
That's a no for me.
no. What
Moving
the hell's
on.
happening here?
Kagaku X Boken Survival.
Is this like a?
No synopsis, done by Studio Gallop, an adventure show.
Is this also? Never mind. We'll pass that. Are they like parachuting?
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Yeah. No, I have no clue. There's no videos, there's no nothing. It's just got headlines.
It's got
That's a
21 episodes though, apparently.
Yeah. Gallup is the same studio that did Me and Roboco and the Me and Roboco movie,
Okay, I was gonna
and
say
they've done a few other
it definitely
things, but
has the old school like eyes. I don't know. It's hard to
yeah.
like tell like the really giant eyes with the tiny pupils. I was like, it has to
Well,
be one of those like older.
that could just be because they're in full on panic mode because they're free falling from the sky.
Yeah,
But who
but I
knows?
mean, yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no synopsis, so I'm gonna give this a pass. Despite I do really like the art style,
Also,
but more than likely I'm just gonna pass on this one.
we're gonna try to give everyone an idea of where to watch these. Right now, it's hard to tell.
Again, we're recording it the week that is probably the week where tomorrow or Wednesday, High Dive and Crunchyroll are gonna be like, "This is what we have for the season," and
Yeah,
then
yeah. We're just like we always go like slightly ahead because we want to make
we're
fools of
always
ourselves.
we're always a day ahead. But
Yeah,
anywho, that's a pass for me,
yeah.
unless I hear amazing things, which we'll see. Uh,
Amazing things.
yeah, right. Next up, the Idol Master Shiny Colors. Ooh, shiny color. I think I made that joke the last time we made
Knowing you
this
and
came
your
up
simple
the first.
brain, yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Second season. Didn't watch season 1, so I will be passing on season 2.
Yeah.
I assume the same for you. The Prince of Tennis 2 U17 World Cup semifinal. I have not watched any of the Prince of Tennis. I
I
know that it is good.
I remember watching it on Adult Swim or Toonami, I mean, excuse me, when I was younger. I remember like it would randomly pop up and it was I like someone who's not interested in tennis whatsoever. I was like, "Damn, they made tennis look like somewhat enjoyable, both to play and watch."
I like how it's the U17 World Cup semifinal, and then the guy at the very top who looks like he's serving is just this bald dude who looks like he's in his
Yeah,
30s.
it looks like this is such a weird reference, especially for someone who hasn't played the game. Like the fucking guy in Kingdom Hearts 2 when they're in
Handsome?
no, not Ansem. No, the like where they play like that weird
Sandalwood?
what's that? What's the no, it's like
Supposed to
very
say.
beginning of the game in Twilight Town where they play the game where you have to hit each other with the foam swords and there's like you can once you're done beating the children you have to face this grown ass adult who has his own trophy. And he has a
I
belt.
don't. I've
I don't know.
watched. I've played through Kingdom Hearts multiple times, and I have no fucking
Anyone
clue
who
what
knows
you're
that
talking about.
reference, let me know if you agree, because that's the first thing that came to mind. It's just a fucking adult that's just like, I'm here to beat children.
Hopefully, he's not fucking. But anyways, yeah, haven't watched any Prince of Tennis, so I'll be passing on this as well.
Yeah, I'm good.
Probably gonna be passing on the next one as well. Kamiyarabi God Dop App Season 2.
Yeah.
What a fucking just the name.
The
The
first
name.
one, yeah.
I don't understand how this is an original show and this gets a second season, yet there's so many other great originals that just get locked
They
behind one season.
it might have been one of those situations where they had it lined up for 24 in one shot, and they're like, let's just split it up for
I'm looking at
production's
you,
sake.
Metallic Rouge. Like, what the fuck?
That one might have just been a you only get 12. Yeah, this one was not good. I think we watched the first episode and
Oh, I didn't watch any of it. I had
I think I
zero
watched
interest.
the first episode and I was like, good. No, I'm good.
Done
I'm
by
okay.
Studio Unend. Their only credit is the first season of that show.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's good that other
I mean,
studios are
hey,
getting chances just for one shot.
yeah.
I don't just getting their first anime as a one shot though is like so risky. Cuz I feel like if you muff it up, it's not great. Again, like the animation, I remember being like really awkward when they like would go into like the game or whatever. It was pretty poor. But other than that, it was like the animation was fine. The story was boring. Also,
I think we're talking. I remember you and I watching a show about video game world where a guy runs and like works at an internet cafe and then he goes back to being a pro. That's a different show from this if that's what you're
oh,
referring to.
not that one. This one had like other game involved too.
Oh, then I have no
I
fucking clue.
believe. It's hard for me to remember. All these ones kind of blended together. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm okay skipping this again.
Yep. I'm skipping as well. Next up, Lockdown Zone Level X horror mystery done by Magica Infos and ImagineWorks Studio. It's
I I read the first part of the description as Ryoka is awakened by furries, and I was like,
yeah,
whoa,
I
terrifying.
definitely read that
I was like,
too.
oh no, flurry of text messages from her mother. This one seems interesting. I don't know. The world might be ending, and there might be a massive new life form on the roof of their apartment building. It's a horror mystery. These, same with like, I'll just use an example because it's one of the categories for the Kami Arabi one. The like high stakes games, horror mystery, those types of genres are always like the biggest gambles of like
Yeah.
you either do really really well and it's entertaining and it hits all the right notes, or
Mm.
it's a wild swing and a miss and it just crashes and burns.
If the I'm watching the trailer right now, as you can
I
see
was
the
just say I
fucking
see
just flashing
just
strobes.
poo, 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 poo.
If the animation from this teaser trailer is anything like what the actual show is gonna be, this is gonna be awful. It's like they made a visual novel into an anime.
Oh god.
Yeah, so unless that there's other there like the animation that
I
isn't
mean,
the animation, it's just a teaser and it's just like
whoa.
pulling panels. Yeah.
Sorry, real quick. I don't know why I just noticed this. This is already out. It's been out for 10 days. Episode
Oh
3
shit,
airs
yeah.
in
It is on episode.
like three
What
and a
the
half
fuck is it
days.
airing on then?
What the hell? That's
Stream.
our
We
bad.
aren't aware of any official ways to watch this title.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
Huh.
we haven't heard anything either, so chances
No.
are our
It's probably gonna be a Japan exclusive.
yeah. We've been getting a lot more of those. Like harder to get series to come over.
Yeah,
But then
but
again,
if
as we've been
if it,
commenting, it feels like almost every single time we do these, there's just more and more anime airing too. So it's like,
I do need to see if Girls Band Cry is still like $5 or whatever on Amazon, because if it is, I need to just buy it and just
yeah,
watch
just
it.
bite the bullet and yeah.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah,
But yeah,
my
we'll pass on that. The
yeah,
next up,
from
negative
my favorite studio too.
studio nut.
No,
Negative
it's not Studio Nut. Say it right. It's just Nut.
nut. Well, I mean, you said favorite studio, so I put studio nut.
Well,
Anyways,
God,
nut.
thank
Negative
you.
positive angler is the show title. It is a fishing show, which I feel like I feel like I glanced this list months ago, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of fishing shows coming out this season. So this might be one of many. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out later, but. You
I
really don't see a lot of fishing anime, so I'm kind of interested to see if this will be any good.
There was a couple. There was one, oh God, this has to be like a year and a half ago. There was a fishing anime that was really cute. It was like super chill slice of life. Um, like girl teaches another girl how to fish, and then they find more friends, and they all do fishing stuff. It was really cute. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know, but I just read the premise of this. This
Yeah.
is wild.
Well, I was gonna say like this one, the fact that it just says fishing, mind you, for the tags, it's just fishing. This is very much more like heavy drama, like
Oh, you want to know
like
why?
not why.
The director of Saga of Tanya the Evil is helming this show.
Oh, well, it's gonna be good then. It's gonna be really
It's gonna be
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, for everyone else, negative positive angler is about a college student who is heavily burdened with debt and being told he only has 2 years left to live. And after falling into the sea while on the run from debt collectors, is rescued by friends and soon becomes hooked on fishing.
You know what? I may have to watch this just for the last sentence in this Crunchyroll news article, and
Well,
that
you know it's
is
gonna be on Crunchyroll.
potentially. Well, maybe we'll see. But it's music by Tomoki Tikuya. Basically the guy who did the person who did the music in Bochi the Rock.
Oh, so the soundtrack will be very
A
well
banger as
selected.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like Nut has done
Oh,
some pretty
Nut's
good
done a
ones
lot of
recently.
stuff.
Yeah, but like recently has done some really good ones.
Bullbuster was not great. They did
No, not Bullbuster.
Fooly Cooly Shoegaze,
Yeah.
Blue Giant, which was a movie that I really loved.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Decadence, which I enjoyed as well.
So
Fully
they've
Coolly
they
Alternative, and then Saga Tanya the Evil.
yeah. So they've been attributing to a lot of contributing. I don't say contributing to a lot of like really appealing to look at anime. So this one is going to look really pretty. It's got a hell of a director leading the way, and the soundtrack is going to be stellar. So even if you're not into fishing, honestly, give it a try. This might be like a very sneaky dark horse slice of life, but
Yeah, this is
still
a one
dramatic.
episode for me. I will
Yeah.
say Crunchyroll News did report it, but they did not say that they will be the streaming source for it.
All right. Well,
Usually when they do report it, they are, but like they didn't flat out say it, so
we'll
we'll find out
have
later this week.
to wait and see.
Although, so I'm saying later this week. This is going up on Wednesday. We're recording on Monday the 16th,
Yeah.
so keep that with a grain of salt. Moving on, Trillion Game, drama suspense done by Madhouse is gonna look great.
Yep. It's a two
But
core back to back,
did not know that. Oh yes,
and it's
no,
going to be
wait,
on Crunchyroll.
that is gonna be on Crunchyroll, and episodes 1 and 2 are coming out at the same time.
Yeah. So it'll be
It
probably
looks
like
like.
what, a 45, 47-minute episode.
Something like that. Old
Yeah.
schoolmates Haru and Gaku will do anything to achieve success, and success to them means earning $1 trillion. But to do so, they'll need to take full advantage of their own unique skills. Haru is a persuasive and confident speaker who can connect with anyone, while Gaku, although awkward, is an expert programmer. Will their combined talents be enough to make their dream a reality?
It's so funny like reading this synopsis, because the synopsis for the manga is like basically just the first half very much the same. The second half is it just goes into they have to be cutthroat and literally might potentially, maybe, we're not going to spoil it, but could kill people.
The world may never know.
I'm like, okay, this one seems
Um,
fun. I like it's tagged as drama suspense. I mean, hopefully they don't go. Well, no, you know what? I take that back. I would actually really much enjoy this as a super over dramatized, like American soap opera-y type one. You know what I'm getting. You know what I'm getting at.
yeah,
Where it's like just kind of ridiculously over the top and over
kind of like the
exaggerated.
telenuevo.
Yeah, something like that. Where you're just like, this is outrageous, but it's very, very fun to watch. Like I can't take my eyes away. I kind of hope it's like that, and not the super serious type of drama
Yeah.
where it's like they're being kind of
Well, I have a
boring.
feeling it'll be super serious because it's got suspense as the other tag. So I don't know.
I'm holding out
Well, may
hope.
never know. But
Madhouse always animates things really well too. I always like watching their stuff. They have
yeah,
like they've changed their style a lot between anime. Like normally you can like watch something and you're like, man, this feels familiar. It's like animated by this one studio. Madhouse is kind of all over the place.
yeah. Looking at like this poster, it almost kind of gives like the eyeballs feel JoJo Bizarre Adventure, at least for the
Yeah.
woman that's in there.
Well, the woman
But
actually does look like Jotaro's mom
yeah,
from part 3. So,
yep. But
well,
this one's come.
I'll give it a watch.
This will be an episode for me just to see if it's any good. This
Yeah.
comes out October 2nd, and as you said, this will be on Crunchyroll.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. Moving on, Love Live Superstars Season 3. I am not going to watch this. I actually ended up watching Season 1 of Love Live
Oh
recently.
yeah, because you did that stupid like
Yeah, and
you
I
asked a
never made a
friend.
follow-up video on it. It was better than I anticipated, but still not great.
Wow.
Yeah, so. But
Okay.
yeah, won't be watching this since I've only seen one season of the original show. Next up, Acro Trip, comedy fantasy Maho shoujo,
Is it
but it's
Magical
not
Girl?
like Shojo. It's shoujo.
I think it's Magical Girl.
Probably. It looks
Maho
very
Maho
magical. I
Shoujo.
mean,
Yeah.
one of them is literally holding a wand, so I would assume also
Well, I also
magical girl.
I just like
Also,
watching
magical girl is in the description.
watching Black Clover in Japanese. You always hear Maho, and I'm just like, oh, magic. Okay.
This actually might be a gushing over magical girl's light from reading the description.
Maybe.
otaku girl who's a big fan of magical girl Berry Blossom who protects the city against evildoers, yada yada. However, nobody was worried about the battle of the two anymore because Chroma, the wicked evil villain, was too sloppy. So Machiko decided, I want to make my magical girl shine more. That desire leads a shy junior high school student to a strange evil path. It sounds like
It
a very light version of
yeah,
gushing over magical girls.
yeah, which is probably preferred. Again, the the anime definitely went a little chaotic from the manga. They definitely took a lot of liberties with how they portrayed scenes. I even made a video on it on how like they took things and just ran wild with it.
And not in the best
No,
way.
no, 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 not in an appropriate manner. But
Correct.
like, but the manga itself is like entertaining. This feels more like what it should have been for TV.
Yes, agreed. Um, that being said, I'm still not going to watch this probably.
I'll give it an episode. I have been enjoying. I'm in the process of reading a new magical girl manga that's interesting. It's basically like a
Oh.
businesswoman tries to go into like the magical girl industry because it's like a whole industry like kind of like a My Hero type where there's like different organizations
Right,
that
right,
have
right.
heroes. It's like that, but for magical girls. It's funny enough. I've read through like the first couple of chapters and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, I'll give it a watch.
Fair
It
enough.
seems fun.
Next up, we have a short form show called Hamidashi Creative, done by Hayabusa
I
Film.
I can't tell what I'm looking at. Are they 2 feet tall or is the camera person just like a giant?
Por qué no las dos?
Well, yeah, fair enough. They also look
Um,
like cardboard cutouts that they just were placed in the middle of like a stock
in,
photo classroom.
in front of like two doors. I thought that
Yeah.
was an elevator in the back at first, and then I made the thing go away, and I was like, nope, those are doors.
Student council.
It's the end
Oh
of
my
June. The
god.
summer seems to be, or
Don't
seems
read it.
a little
It's too
okay.
long. It's too long. Also,
Oh
the
Jesus!
source is from
Oh,
Steam. Oh, it's a visual novel from Steam. Oh, there
oh, this
you
makes
go.
more sense.
There you go.
English language not supported on Steam, by the way.
Thanks, Steam.
Oh boy,
All right,
thanks,
so
Steve.
that's probably gonna be a negatory for me.
Yeah, it is a short form though, so but
What the hell
as of
is
right now, no clue as to where it'll be releasing.
what the hell is
Next up,
happening in this next
go for it then. Yeah, just top us off. Take us away.
Hagakura? It's a fantasy about a ice and fire guy. Ice guy is trying to jack off the fire guy, and the fire guy's like, "Not today, or at least in public." What is going on?
The story
Also, why are
takes
they
place in
connected by
Senkai,
pearls?
the sacred other world where immortals and humans live on the verge of collapse. Ichigo, a poet warrior who uses a technique called keisai
Yeah, that
to
tracks.
to capture the gods scattered all over the world, and his follower Tenko
His follower.
search
This
search for the four evil gods who hold the key to the collapse of Senkai. A
my joke is becoming a little bit more reality.
little bit. It's pure
Two
fantasy is what
guys
it's saying. Done by Typhoon Graphics. I don't know if I've really heard of
going on a
them.
trip together,
They did My Daughter Left
5
the
feet
Nest and
apart,
Returned an S-Ranked Adventure.
because they're super
Oh,
gay.
oh,
Yeah.
Suddenly Egyptian God Season 2.
Oh
Death Hall.
no, I'm
We've been doing these rundowns for I don't know how long.
a
I've
while.
never heard of Death Hall. Oh, Suddenly Egyptian God Season 2. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, this is
No,
a pass for me. I'm good.
no.
Moving on. This one I actually will be watching the first 3 episodes at
Same.
least. This is Orb on the Movements of the Earth. This is another title being done by Madhouse. So Madhouse has
Yes.
2. Hopefully this doesn't take the quality away from Trillion Game. But this is one that I've seen the manga out on shelves. I've just never bought it, let alone read it.
I am
Um,
one step ahead of you. I've bought it, just haven't read it.
Fair enough. In the 15th century Europe, heretics are being burned at the stake. Rafal, a brilliant young man, is expected to enter university at an early age and study the era's most important field, theology. But Rafal values reason above all else, which leads him both to the shocking conclusion that the Earth orbits the Sun and into the hands of the Inquisition. A decade later, 2 members of the Watch Guild, a dour young what the I don't know how you pronounce OCZY And the cynical
Oxy.
Gross find a hidden stone chest that details the secrets of the universe Rafal left behind. Dare they try to change their own stars by selling the heretics or heretical texts, or would they only lead to the stake and the fire?
Yeah, this is one that piques my interest. I like, again, historical stuff is always a hit or miss type thing, but
Yeah,
I like this type where it's really super niche of like just capturing real moments in history, but obviously,
putting a twist to them.
yeah, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I was gonna say dramatized. It's not really dramatized. It's just putting like a unique twist on it.
Yeah.
So it has been on my read list. It seems interesting enough. So
Yeah.
I'll for sure
This is
watch it.
going to be coming out on Netflix, by the way, starting October 5th.
Oh, well, there you go. And
Yeah.
it's gonna air the first 2 episodes at once, which I guess that means it's going to be a weekly on Netflix. It's not gonna drop simultaneously. So that's
Probably.
just, I mean, that's pretty standard now for them for all of the like
It
seasonal anime they
depends.
air.
It
Well, all the
depends.
seasonal anime, because like Pluto wasn't a seasonal. Pluto just kind of plooped out all at once. But like Dungeon
Yeah, I
Meshi,
guess Scott Pilgrim was as well.
yeah, Dungeon Meshi, Scott Pilgrim, even like Comey and Uncle from Another World, they've all been weekly. So
Yeah, this
that'd
will
be
be the
fun.
first one that I put on my three episode list at least.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I
But
see a symbol coming up.
a symbol for Hulu.
No, well, mine
Oh,
shows Disney.
oh, mine shows Hulu for some reason.
Which, sorry, I'll get into it in a second on what the anime is. Well, actually, doesn't even matter. It's already out. It started September 4th.
Yeah,
Um,
we're on episode 3. This is Murai in Love,
yeah.
comedy romance.
Disney Plus has anime now.
Yes, if you
Yeah.
it basically is linking your Hulu. If
Yeah.
isn't that
It's just, but
isn't
it's
that
weird.
it?
It's weird to see, but it's weird to see the library is actually in the Disney Plus place because it doesn't take you to Hulu. It keeps you in Disney
Oh,
Plus. So it's
fair.
like a weird, like, are
Yeah,
they,
if you have both
ooh.
and you're logged into both or whatever, you can just watch it in one place.
Yeah. So
But
yeah,
yeah,
Mariah and
Murai
Love.
in Love, episode 3 comes out
God.
Wednesday. So when you're listening to this, the episode 3 will be out. Murai is a second year student in Takabe Gakuen High School, enrolled in the college preparatory course. His homeroom teacher, Tanaka, summons him to her office after he declares that his post high school plans are to marry her. Tanaka rejects Murai, telling him that she would
Oh God.
never be interested in a boy with long black hair. Secretly an otaku, she has eyes only for Hitotose, a character from an otome video game. The next day, Murai appears before Tanaka, a changed man. Having cut his hair short and dyed it blonde, Murai looks exactly like her beloved Hitotose.
Whoa.
Tanaka is unable to hide her shock at this sudden development and tries to distance herself from Murai, while Murai presses on in his attempts to romance his teacher.
What's so
That's
funny is
not
that,
problematic at all.
yeah, I was okay because it's funny that we go through the whole thing because my brain. I'm thankful I don't suffer from your condition, where I just say the word before thinking it first. I read the first sentence as enrolled in a college predatory course, and I was like, "That's not the word, Tyler.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
preparatory." But in fairness, it, it
I
is
get like
going after your teacher. It's a
I
little
get
weird.
collectional dyslexia as well, but that was
Yeah.
not one of the times.
That's why I said I paused and didn't say it out loud and then realized, the word is preparatory. But honestly, reading through it, it's like it's a little weird. It's a little awkward that a student is like aggressively going after their teacher. I mean, I guess
What
it's
is this, Persona 5?
uh,
That was it, and some of you will get that
no,
joke. Anyways,
no. We don't
um,
talk about that stuff. And by that stuff, I
anywho,
mean bad video games. Anyway,
what the
after
fuck? No,
school,
Persona 5 is
Hanako-kun.
amazing. Oh, fuck. We're not done talking about that. We'll
It's
bring
four
that up later.
episodes.
After
Is this
school,
just
Hanako-kun
this is
is
just Toilet Bound
yeah,
Hanako-kun, but like little short episodes. It's
yeah.
only
This
four
is the
episodes too.
continuation. Yep, 4 minutes. 4 episodes, 10 minutes. This
Yeah.
will be on Crunchyroll, starting October 7th.
Yeah. Sorry, I just looked at the next one.
Oh boy,
Our
yeah.
our
No,
first confirmation for High Dive too.
also. Oh yeah, the next one's for High Dive. So back to Murai in Love. That's on Hulu as we discussed. After School Hanako-kun sequel will be on Crunchyroll, and this next one will be on High Dive. How I
Yes.
attended an all guys mixer.
Which on the cover you're like, okay, probably boys love, but it actually has cross dressing in it. So
comedy cross-dressing romance. College student Tokiwa gets invited to a mixer by his female classmate Suo. But when he arrives with his friends Asagi and Hagi, they're greeted by three dazzling handsome men. Turns out these three cute boys are actually women in drag, still in costume from their day jobs at a butler cafe that caters to a female clientele. As the six get to know each other, they soon find themselves getting closer in unexpectedly heartwarming and hilarious ways.
Hmm. This we keep seeing more and more anime with like the cross-dressing tag and manga too coming out, which is good. Like it's nice that it's not the same cookie cutter copy paste type boys love or girls love or
Yeah,
whatever, all the different types of like shoujo
I
out
do
there and
need to
stuff.
watch. I do need to watch more of Senpais and Otokonoko. Maybe I'll try and finish it before our
Yeah,
recording next week. But I watched episode 1 and I thought it was better than like anticipated. It was much more lighthearted than I thought it would be.
yeah.
So
This one seems kind of on par. I like the twist too, because I think the one before was there was the gentleman who was cross dressing as a female and was like a female cosplayer is one that's come out recently. So the fact that it's the inverse of the females cross dressing as males and being and working at a butler cafe, it's fun. I like
yeah,
it. I might give it a one episode try because I'm sure my
I
wife
have
will
it.
enjoy it.
I have it as a one episode. This is going to be, as we said on High Dive, starting September 29th. So that's actually coming a lot
Yeah,
quicker than
that's
anticipated. Less than 2 weeks.
that's probably
Uh,
the soonest so far. Soonest?
minus the ones that have already started. Correct.
Correct. Yeah.
But yeah, moving on. Mecha Ude Mechanical Arms, action mecha
Yeah.
school done by Tri-F Studio.
Why is
It's
this?
an original mecha, which is
Oh
we don't.
my god. Okay, my first thought was, isn't there like a there's a
Oh, this is
Switch game? It's Arms. It's fucking Arms.
yeah, no, this is I think a sequel because they did
They did
this
mechanical.
studio did no this yeah Mecha Uda Mechanical Arms Pilot.
Yeah, yeah, because it says the last sentence of the synopsis is tasked by the resistant group Arms. It's unlikely to embark on a perilous journey to save the Mecha Ude. So if you like the video game Arms, there's like a really cool mecha anime for you, I guess.
A second one.
A second one. There you go. It'll be on Crunchyroll starting October 3rd.
Third.
Well, yeah, October 3rd.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This is not for me. I didn't watch the first season, so I will
No.
be passing as well.
No.
So we're just gonna move on. A terrified teacher at Ghoul School. Comedy, Jesus Christ.
So
Comedy, fantasy, gag humor, mythology,
Mythology school.
school, workplace.
Well, in fairness, I feel like they could have consolidated some of these because it's like, yes, obviously mythology because there's ghouls and it's like spirits and stuff, and fantasy too. Okay, comedy gag. We keep seeing gag humor. Why is this a new thing?
To be fair, I've been watching a few gag humor shows, and I've been really enjoying it. I mean, technically,
I mean,
Mashal's a gag humor.
yeah, most of
So
the
is my
anime.
dear friend Nokotan, A Vampire Dies in No
So
Time.
is "Tis Time for Torture Princess." There's a bunch of them that have gag humor. Yeah, it's like all of
Yeah.
them. This one I'd seen as a manga though a while back, and it looked funny. But I was like, my first thought was this is basically like Iruma-kun, but if they were a teacher.
No, fair enough. Except with Irma-kun being scared of every little fucking thing. So
Well, that's what he was when he first kind of started.
for like the first,
He went to
episode.
hell. It just
First
helped
episode.
that his grandpa turned into an egg person like every time he got cute.
That
So
is really funny.
yeah, I love that. This will be a 2-core.
No streaming site
Yeah.
as of yet, but done by Satellite.
Satellite. It sounds familiar.
They did. They are doing Ubelblot, which I feel like that's a problematic one if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe.
Oh, they did Helk.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, they also did.
Oh, no.
They did Rokudo's Bad Girls. That was the one where
Oh,
it's like
no.
super chunky, like thick line art on
Yeah.
everybody.
Well, I mean, at least
Yeah.
like this one though, it's going based off the manga, and the manga art
Yeah.
looks cute.
They
There's
also
nothing,
did Cherry Magic as well. So
yeah, nothing crazy about it. Cherry Magic was animated well. My wife watched that.
yeah. But Terrified Teacher at Ghoul School, I'm going to probably pass on this one.
I'll give it a one episode. I like these
Fair
types. Iruma-kun was kind of a surprise to me when I first started watching, and I loved it. So this one might catch me. Who knows?
Yeah.
What's not going to catch me is this next one.
Yeah, second season of MF Ghost. I'd never watched season one.
Isn't this like a
This is
bajillion
the
years too late?
no, this is like the predecessor or spiritual successor of why can I not think of the uber famous Initial D? This
But
is the spiritual succession or successor of Initial D.
yeah, then but oh, when did season 1 of MF Ghost come out? I felt like that came out.
A couple of years ago, maybe two.
Okay. Oh, okay, not as long
Yeah,
as.
no, 2023, last year,
Yeah,
October
okay. So
2023. It's
yeah,
only
it's
been a
this,
year.
but it's the spiritual successor to Initial D, and Initial D is old as dirt, and it's like, why? I don't know.
Why not? Everybody,
I know
people still really like Initial D, so good for them. They're
yeah,
getting more.
good for them. Yeah, the Frankfurter.
Good
Just
for
I
them.
love the quote. They just I don't know. People that like Initial D. Good for them. All
They're
right.
getting more.
Hey,
Next up, this one I'm
this
really
is
looking
this is the
forward
one I was
to.
talking about.
Oh, fair enough.
Regular
Yeah,
Mirror, Magical Girls
this
Inc.
one I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to. I actually have volume one on my shelf. I need to read
yeah.
it.
I've been
It's
reading
also
it.
on the Shonen Jump or Manga Plus app.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Jesus Christ, I can't pronounce
I
that. What
just
is it?
said it.
Pronounce it
It's
again.
now you're putting me on the spot, and I said it perfectly.
Do it again. Do
Maglemere.
the ride.
Do the rar. Maglemere. Magical Girls Inc.
Magical Girls Inc. Yeah.
By Mo
Done
and
by
JC Staff. No, you make me
which
say the title. I'm going to say the whole thing. Action,
you
adult
do
cast,
it, good
comedy, fantasy,
sir.
maho shoujo, workplace. Are you looking for something new, something challenging, something very highly paid?
There's
Yeah.
never a dull day at the office when you're a magical girl.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I was mentioning before too, where it's like imagine whatever season 3. Do we get the actual like hero association stuff in My Hero? It's basically just like the
Yeah.
actual like here is what happens when you enter into the world of magical girls as like an industry. Okay, and you can
Mhm.
join in and you might not be a magical girl, but you would work for magical girls as a part of like some corporation that
Okay.
manages and runs them. It's fun.
Um,
It's very interesting.
I do want to watch this. This has been on my radar. Like every week I see it on Manga Plus, like a
Yeah.
new chapter comes up. I'm like, I really need to start this. I really do. And I have volume one, so I'll be starting it sometime soon.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It
no,
it
I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be a 3 episode watch for sure.
yeah, same here.
Also no streaming site as of yet, but if I were to put money on it, it's probably Crunchyroll.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably. But yeah, that'll be 3 for me. What about you?
No, yeah, 3 for sure.
Okay. Perfect. Next up, story of a girl that was unable to become a mage, done by JC Staff. So it's
As
gonna be
well.
pretty. Drama
It
fantasy school. No
I will
winner of
say
another world slash fantasy category of the Project Anima competition.
it looks I like the style. It
It's a
looks
good
like
art
that
style.
really kind of like
Watercolory.
watercolored, yeah, but faded 90s style. I like that.
Looking at like the I went into like the actual anime itself and I'm looking at the videos tab and looking at the screen caps of the videos, it's kind of not necessarily Freeran art color style, but I could see like the resemblance.
Yeah, it's a very God,
It's definitely not like the poster. Like the poster has done it up a bit more, but yeah.
I was gonna say the poster looks very like pastel type colors, and I like that its color scheme where it's more like light and airy. It's not very
Yeah.
like hard and at your face like the next poster that I'm looking at. The story, because the synopsis is pretty long, it seems like a witch hat atelier, but without the very sad, depressing, gruesome nature of it. It's more lighthearted of like this person's really smart, but they can't become a mage. What will they do in order to grow and reach that point?
I'm also realizing something. I clicked into JC Staff and I was like, what have they done recently? Slash, what do they have coming out? You want to take a guess as to how many seasons of anime they're doing this current coming season in fall?
So in fall,
How many shows they are doing?
I mean, this is their second. I'll say they're doing 2 more on top of it.
They have 7.
That seems
They're doing Murai in Love, one we haven't gotten to, Magical Girls Inc. We'll just call it, and the one we talked about, and then they've got more,
Jesus, Criminy Joseph. All right,
and we'll
well,
get to them. But
yeah, we gotta hurry
yeah,
because we're only halfway through.
I know, I know.
All
This
right,
one will be a one episode for me just to
I'm gonna
see
I'm gonna give
if
it
it holds up.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I don't know. I
Okay,
feel like it's really pretty. If it can, so long as the story isn't boring, I can stick around for the pretty colors.
Fair enough. This next one I'm gonna fucking pass on just from reading the first sentence.
Ugh.
Tohai Ura Rei Mahjong Tohai Roku. Done by East Fish Studio. It's a strategy game series. But the fucking first sentence: money, women, organs.
Well,
K is a high school boy, frequents the underground mahjong parlor, teeming with desires, earning him the moniker K of Ice in the underworld due to his cold-hearted strategy and stylish gameplay. Rumors also circulate that he keeps a girl at his home.
and by the way, that's the last sentence of the synopsis. There's nothing
Yep.
more. There's nothing like, yeah, I don't know. Again, it's strategy game. It's one of those ones where I'm like, either it's good. I've never watched a strategy game one where I was like, wow, this is insanely impressive. I'm floored. It's always been like, okay, it's good, or it's just
I'm
absolute dog doo doo.
I'm looking at the strategy game tag, and I do not see a show within the last year that I was like, yeah, I
Oh
enjoyed
no,
this.
it hasn't been. No, like I'm talking all time. I'm not talking like
Oh, I
of
know.
recent memory.
I'm aware. Like
Yeah.
this, I'm at like 2020 right now, and none of these are great.
Oh yeah, no, it's not good.
So I do not have high hopes for this, nor will I be watching it. So yeah, there's no streaming site yet for
Yeah.
this show, so keep that in mind. But
Yep.
moving on, Blue Miburo, historical action samurai, done by Maho Film.
It's Oh well, nope. Moving on.
What?
I scrolled through the synopsis, starting at the second paragraph. This riveting samurai series from the acclaimed creator of Days shares its setting with Rurouni Kenshin and chronicles the
Um,
following of the
no,
Shinsengumi by handsome and volatile men fighting for justice and for themselves.
is the same dickhead behind it?
No, I don't think it's the same douche nozzle, but it's the same
No, it isn't.
world,
Okay,
I guess, or same
that's
same time
interesting.
period or setting. I don't know, whatever. Because I think Rurouni Kenshin is based off of a real character? Question mark. I can't remember.
Maybe it's
I don't
just
really
a
care to remember
Ronin.
either. Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good. This
Fair
just
enough.
it seems very like blasé. It seems like very just like this is this story of a samurai from back then. There's like not really any meat behind it. And maybe there is. It doesn't really.
It is giving off some
Yeah.
Bleach vibes in the sense of the
What
town, the what's the town that they go to, the
the
spirit world,
town?
the spirit world
The
town, the
Spirit
city that,
Society?
yeah.
The town. All right, moving on. Something else I'm not gonna watch.
Neither am I.
The Seven
Seven Deadly
Deadly
Sins,
Sins.
Four Nights of the Apocalypse season
Why
2.
does this animation look like garbage? Who are these
It
people? Holy
it
moly!
looks not great. Why does the main character? Why is his head so fucking flat
Why is the
and
it's all
smooshed in?
all right? Whatever. We're moving on. I'm not even gonna
Oh,
give it a
he's
second
got a giant
glance.
hat on. That's why. Nina the Starry Bride, done by Signal MD. This is a fantasy romance. Nina, a girl living as an orphan in the Fortuna Castle town, happens to have eyes on the same deep blue hue as lapis lazuli,
Yeah.
just like the god of the stars.
Oh.
God, that's a long synopsis. I'm not
Yeah, we're
going
not
through.
reading that whole thing. It's gonna be on Crunchyroll
Um,
though. I like the
it is.
title card because it's a girl holding a star and she's like, ha, and then there's a dude with the sword and a dude with the gun. The dude with the gun's like, bro, you brought the wrong weapon to this fight. And then there's a
But
small
here's the
child
thing:
just
the guy is
screaming.
holding the gun as if he just put a clip in it, but it's an old style gun that it wouldn't have a clip.
I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah, he's got it in like like Jack
He's
Reacher.
holding it
Jesus
like the
Christ, it's
fucking.
Jason Bourne.
Yeah, this is a no for me. I'm fucking good. We're
No.
good.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm fine.
this is another one that it's like once more of this gets dubbed because they're still doing the dub for this
Holy
show.
shit, I just realized.
I will be
Yeah.
watching more of this. I watched episode or season 1 of this and I thought it was great. Natsumi's Book of Friends season 7. So it's finally getting like a proper dub, which is
Yeah.
nice, but it's just taking forever because honestly it's week to week.
Yeah.
So
And it's gonna be on Crunchyroll. There's really nothing else we know about it. It's just season
I mean, it's
7.
season 7. If you don't know what Natsumi's Book of Friends is, basically a guy inherits a book from his grandma, which the book has a bunch of yokai's names in them, but whoever owns the names basically can control or give commands to those yokai. And once they find out that his
Oh,
grandma dies, they basically come to him and ask for their name back because they
I,
feel either one way or another about the grandma that passed away.
yeah.
Most of them are just like, "Hey, I just want my name back because I got tricked into giving up my name, etc." So
That's so wow. Okay,
it's
maybe I need to watch it.
really, it is very good. It is a very good show. They need to dub more of it so I could watch it while I'm working because it again season 7 they're about to start.
Yeah,
I
Jesus.
don't have enough time to like normally give 6 seasons of a show. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and it's funny that you say that synopsis too, because my brain immediately went to, and I was looking at my phone to remember the total title because I always forget it. Manga series called "Even If You Slit My Mouth," which is
Yes.
it's a fantastic manga, but it's the same kind of premise in that there's a clan who kind of like rehabilitate yokai that have been forgot, because the idea is that like when their stories aren't told, they get erased from memory,
Yeah.
and so it's like that whole premise of like retaining the yokai name and like giving them another place in life, even if after their story has been forgotten. And so, yeah, this actually, I for some reason, this is like the first time I've heard of this. I might have to give it a watch.
It's fantastic. I
Yeah,
do highly suggest this series as a whole. So,
yeah, it will be
uh,
on Crunchyroll, I believe. So,
yes, it will be. And the
yeah,
next show is going to be on Netflix, and I'm very much so looking forward to it. And especially to see how the fuck they get away with it. Ranma one half,
yeah,
or just Ranma 1/2.
yeah, done by
If you don't
Mappa.
know, if you've never heard of this series, which fair, it is a very old series. They did I think they did this back in the 90s,
It's
honestly.
getting the Urusei Yatsura treatment, basically, of like a re.
Minus being not on High Dive anymore.
Right, yeah, this one's gonna be on Netflix. I will point out, because I don't think we had an episode talking about this on the podcast. I don't know if we ever really like did a full recap of everything, but Ranma One Half was one of the unfortunate series that was leaked in that big Netflix leak.
Yes.
Like the entirety of the season was like released online because it's going to air October 5th.
Yep.
Um, so it's just kind of shitty that like
All of it got leaked. But
yeah,
this show was originally done in 1989. So yeah, getting the Yatsura, fuck, I forgot the name of it. Treatment. It's kind of
Urusei
needed, but at
Yatsura.
the same time, this is gonna be one of those ones that I'm interested in how they do it because the original had a lot of nudity in it, and most of the characters are high schoolers. So it'll be interesting to see. And granted, it wasn't necessarily nudity for like anything overtly sexual. It was more so for the comedy gag because the guy
Yeah,
turns into a girl anytime he falls in water or water touches him. So it's just one of those things like I wonder how they tackle that type of issue now.
I don't
So
know.
we'll see.
We'll see.
But moving on to the next one, Yazuka fiance Rise wa Tanin ga Li. I don't know. Sure.
We're going back to the 90s with animation style.
It definitely looks like it, but it's an organized crime romance done by Studio Dean.
Basically,
Studio.
yeah, I read the synopsis. Basically, all you need to know is arranged marriage. She goes in, she's scared. Guy ends up being a nice guy. She's like, "Oh, this is great." But then a certain event leads to Yoshino witnessing the real Kirishima. Wonder what happens in an organized crime unit. Oh,
Let alone a title called
whoa.
Yakuza.
Yakuza
Yakuza.
fiance. Yeah, Yakuza fiance. Wonder what the fuck happens there. Well, if you
I
want to know
feel
what happens, it's going to be on Crunchyroll starting October 7th.
I am gonna give this one a one episode because I think I've seen the cover of the volume one for the manga. I was like, oh, this looks intense. Sure, let's give it a shot.
All right,
But
you relay back to me what happens.
I'll let
Because
you know
I'm
how it is.
okay.
I'm gonna watch one episode. But moving on, Delco's Nursery, which
This is a
is airing this
continuation.
season. This, yeah,
Yeah,
continuing. I am like 2 episodes behind. I am thoroughly enjoying this show.
yeah. So this is okay. This is the JC staff, but it technically began in summer. So
Correct. I wasn't counting this one in my
yeah.
seven
Well, I
count.
just to point it out to people that
Oh,
are
correct,
watching. Yeah,
correct. Yes, was not counting it, but yes, this
yeah.
is done also by JC staff.
This is
If you want to know, it's on Crunchyroll. But yeah, next up, Sengoku Yoko, the Thousandfold Chaos arc.
This is
It's
another
just a
one.
continuation.
Yeah, started in summer.
Moving on. We won't be watching it
Oh
because neither
boy,
of us have watched it.
this next
Next
one.
one, if my wife becomes an elementary school student.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Comedy, drama, reincarnation, romance slice.
yeah. This gentleman's wife dies, and they're reunited years later when he finds out that she's been reincarnated as a child and is going to elementary school.
Both father and daughter are bewildered by her new appearance, but she still manages to give them the first kick up the backside they have had for 10 years. This unique drama follows a family and those around them as they attempt to rekindle meaning in their lives. So I don't think that this is going to be necessarily like overtly like sexual or
No, no,
anything,
no, no, no. Yeah,
but
and that
more
was
so that
never.
this is going to be kind of like lighthearted, not lighthearted, but this is going to be like uh,
I don't.
with a tinge of comedy
I
in
don't even
there.
know if it's gonna be a heavy drama. I
I
think
could,
it's
I mean, with that last thing, the like as they attempt to
it's
rekindle meaning of in their lives.
it's more just. I'll give you that aspect. I think this is more going to be like the how do we navigate a family where the dynamic has completely shifted in that my wife and the daughter's mom is now a child. And
Yeah,
yeah, like I'm sure it's going to be one of those things where it's just like maybe the dad will end up dating someone and it's going to be weird for the reincarnate. Like it's going to be shit like that. You know, it's going to be stuff like that, right?
yeah.
Like daughter
Um,
gets a boyfriend and like, oh, my mom is a kid. Like excuse her, she's nosy. Like it's gonna be stuff like that. I don't know. This
this
is
is it's being done by Saint Signposts, which they are behind the Kingdom series, and then also my Clueless First Friend.
that one
So
was cutely animated. I like again the animation. It's not a concern for me. It's just the premise, and I'm
right,
like,
right.
I don't know.
This
Probably
this
not.
this will be a pass for me. This will be a pass for me, but I have a feeling I'll be hearing about this from other people, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Next up, we're just
We're
gonna skip
skip.
completely.
Yep.
So, Dragon Ball Daima.
People have been talking about this one.
Dragon Ball Daima. I'm putting it on my 3 episode list just because I have watched at least a minimum of 50 episodes of every Dragon Ball that's released. I'd never
Wow.
finished Super. I've watched back in the day Dragon Ball Z. I watched a majority of Dragon Ball back in the day as well. So it's one of those things, and I've watched some of Kai, unfortunately, but I do generally enjoy the premise of Dragon Ball, but watching Dragon Ball can be a tedious fucking chore, especially if it's week to week.
Oh yeah, most certainly.
So for me, this is going to be 3 episodes just to see if I enjoy the new premise, in which basically everybody turns small and they head to the demon world to look for a cure, look for the Dragon Balls to make everything back
Yeah.
again.
It is it's really nice. The synopsis as you basically had just gone through was a comment from Akira Toriyama. So it's a nice thing to add in there.
This was the last thing that he worked on before
Yep.
his untimely death.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
um,
it's it'll be on my
about,
watch list.
about 15 seconds ago, I kind of just curled up into a ball because I did not realize this is getting a second season, let alone this coming season. Ron Kaminahashi's Forbidden Deduction season 2.
It's all you, my dude. It's on
This was a
Crunchyroll.
dark horse. This was a dark horse for me last year. Oh yeah, by the way, Dragon Ball is going to be on Crunchyroll. But Ron Kaminahashi are also going to be on Crunchyroll. This was a dark horse for me last year, I guess. I
A
think
very dark horse, so much so that I heard no other rumblings of anyone watching it or commenting on it except for
I
you.
really like a good detective show, and this one was a very clever detective show to the point where I was just like, I wish people would watch this.
Probably not as
I'm
clever
very
as
much so looking forward to season 2. This is gonna be great. This made my night. This made my evening. This is gonna be go me.
it's probably nowhere as cool or as amazing as Detective Butthead, but whatever.
Hey, nothing can ever beat Detective or is it Detective Butthead?
I don't know, Butthead something. Anyway, we gotta
Anyways,
go. We gotta move.
let this grieving soul retire. Done by Zero G. Action adventure fantasy based off a light novel It's the golden age for treasure hunters, adventurers, hungry and for wealth, fame, power, and glory who risk their lives in treasure vaults throughout the world. Let's become treasure hunters. Cry and his childhood friends swore to become the greatest of them all, but that dream should have died the day Cry realized he wasn't cut out for the job. Yet
This is
expectations continue to mount right along with Cry's fear for his life. While his childhood friends climb closer to their dream, their grieving soul has one simple wish to pack it all in and
this
retire.
this is so depressing. It's basically just a story of a guy who sucks at what he wanted to do as a kid, but his friends just drag him along and he's fucking terrified the whole time.
And this looks like it should have like the harem tag on it, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's just a guy sitting in a chair,
Also,
a woman videotaping it, but like
he looks like he's in like the casting chair. This is not a
yes.
cast.
And
Um,
he's got three women also surrounding him, and they are
yeah.
two of them are look like they might be scantily clad, while one of them is like the mage of the party where they're in
Yeah.
robes and everything
I
else.
I can't tell what fucking time period we're in. Because this chick has like a DSLR camera, but then they're wearing like they're wearing like adventure garb from like the olden days. Like I just cannot tell.
Here's the thing: this is getting a one episode for me. I'm intrigued. I'm
Okay.
intrigued at the
All right.
lot of these.
You report back then. You report
Yes.
back. That's it's also not listed on where it's gonna air, so stay tuned.
Nope. And it'll be airing October 1st, so it's coming soon.
Oh
Next
god.
up,
Well, here's your harem.
yeah, here's your harem. Yay.
Yay.
The knot with an amagami.
Amagami.
Jeez, I had to like, my brain seizured for a second and then came back to me.
It's basically just the more, I'm surprised I'm saying this, the more wholesome version of that one Tenpuku where the guy goes to like the shrine and it's the harem of all the shrine maidens and stuff.
His dad like basically bankrupted him, so he's like, I'm gonna go repent and yeah.
Yeah. So this one's just
I watched all that. That was such a bad show.
yeah. So orphan taken in by a priest where he's a freeloader and is cohabiting the place with three beautiful shrine maiden sisters.
What's more, the condition you must meet in order to live at the shrine for free is to marry into the family and inherit the shrine.
Oh,
yep.
whoa!
Let's go, baby. I mean
Stupid.
I mean, duh, the title, tying the knot.
Holy
with
Jesus.
So
Sorry,
we nailed it. We came full circle.
Yes.
Speaking
of came,
the
most notorious.
I probably won't watch it, but I will recommend this to a friend.
The most notorious talker runs the world's greatest clan is our next one. Honestly, I can't tell you what's happening in this. I gotta zoom in more. I gotta zoom in for one for.
You got to zoom in on one specific
couple
character.
reasons. Hang on, let me scroll back down.
Well, it's two reasons, but one character.
Yeah, 2 reasons, 1 character.
Noel longs to be the seeker like his heroic grandfather, slaying the beasts that
okay.
emerged from the abysses and exploring far-off lands. Unfortunately, it turns out he's nothing but a measly talker, a job with no combat skills whatsoever. Undaunted, Noel sets out to establish the strongest clan in all the land, using his silver tongue talker skills to unite assassins and heroes under his leadership.
So he's basically just a fucking like TED talker or like an evangelical priest that like
Sure.
Give me all your money for Jesus because I need a new airplane to visit. Oh no, camera's gone. I spoke too much about Jesus.
No.
Oh no.
Spoke and said fuck you.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah,
this
one's confusing too because it looks like a fucking Pokemon's in the sky.
It might be an airship.
That is not an airship. What kind of airship has like animal wings?
You have not played a Tales of video game, have you?
I mean, they're in my Steam library if that counts for anything.
Probably not. But anyways, thanks. Person on the very left, this has given me a 1 episode try.
Yeah, surprise, surprise,
baby.
Moving right.
Yeah, I assume you're not watching it.
No, God no. I'm depraved. I'm not that depraved.
Anyways, moving on, the do-over damsel conquers the dragon emperor. This is also done by J.C. Staff. It is a comedy fantasy romance. Jill breaks out of prison the night before she's set to be executed by her fiance, Crown Prince Gerald. She's struck by an arrow while escaping, but instead of dying, she's transported 6 years into the past, to the night she and Gerald met, despite
Oh,
Desperate to alter fate, she instead proposes to the first man she sees, Theos Rave, her enemy in the future. This
ew,
is her last
gross.
chance to get it right.
I
This
I
seems
wouldn't
like a
even date him
villainess
just based on the
show.
name.
This is like a villainess show with time travel, sorta. Not really. I don't
Yeah.
know. This is a no for me.
No, that's a no for me as well.
This next one is 100% yes. I will be watching
Yeah.
every episode of
This
this.
one for sure.
This is Uzumaki, done by Drive and Akatsuki. Is an avant-garde horror. If you don't know, what it is a Junji Ito title.
Yes.
This is going to be on Toonami, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And also, it's going to be 4 episodes.
It's
Don't know what.
I was saying also it's gonna premiere in the US before it airs in Japan.
Yes, again,
That's
it's
which is
going to
funny.
be on Toonami.
Yeah.
But it's airing. So if you have cable still, or I don't know how you could watch Toonami in general. I guess maybe YouTube TV. If you have Cartoon Network, basically you can watch it on September 28th. Otherwise, it'll be on Max the next day.
Yeah.
So-
I as someone who was desperately trying to figure that out when the new Fooly Cooly seasons were airing, because they were also coming out on Toonami. If you have YouTube TV, I believe you can actually access it after they've aired. It's like in a stored library for Cartoon Network. So
Fair
good
enough.
news. Yay. But yeah,
Yeah.
this is a for sure watch. I know my wife will be all over this one too. She's a huge Junji Ito fan.
I've read a majority of Uzumaki. I need to finish. I think I only have like 4 chapters left or something like that. It's great. I can't, and I've watched the trailer for this, and this looks gorgeous.
No, it looks fantastic. Yeah.
Like everybody's saying, this looks like the first adaptation of a Junji Ito story that actually looks the part. So
Yeah.
very much so looking forward to that. That'll start September 28th again on Toonami, if not the next day on Max. Next up, Blue Exorcist Beyond the Snow Saga. I still haven't watched the season before.
Blue Exorcist is one of those like old ones that I watched a few episodes and I'm like, boy, I just don't get this.
I enjoyed it.
Eh.
I thought it was good. I do need to go back and rewatch, or not rewatch. I need to go back and watch season 3.
Yeah.
So once I catch up on that, I will be catching Blue Exorcist Beyond the Snow Saga. Next up, Goodbye Dragon Life. This is the action adventure fantasy done by Synergy SP and Vega Entertainment, based off a light novel. This looks generic as can be.
Yeah.
This looks very generic.
Yeah. It's going to be on Crunchyroll if you want to watch something generic.
By a human. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's a no.
Yeah, this is going to be a no for me. But yeah, this will be on Crunchyroll. The next Demon Lord 2099. This is also another JC staff. Action, fantasy, sci-fi. 5 centuries ago, Demon Lord Veltol reigned. Oh, God, I cannot talk.
Both.
Reigned over an immortal nation. Now the time has come for him to awaken once again. The year is 2099, and civilization has reached peak evolution, leading to a high-tech landscape with towering skyscrapers. Nothing like he's conquered before. Veltol may be a relic of the past, but make no mistake, this new world will be for his taking. Or his for the taking, whatever.
Where did you read that? Our synopses are written completely different.
Oh, mine's just in there.
Mine says the cyberpunk metropolis Shinjuku, a massive city-state bedecked with neon signs, towering skyscrapers, and the latest cutting-edge technology.
Yeah, that's not anything that I have.
That's fine. If I had to take a guess, yeah, so we'll be on Crunchyroll. This is going to be the one where they give the least amount of time to.
I don't know about that for the fact that it's higher up on the list than the others.
I don't know how these lists are put together. I can tell you one thing: Goodbye Dragon Life probably shouldn't be this high. Same as the Do-Over Damsel Conquers the Dragon Emperor. I'm pretty sure it's because they go based off of like tags and stuff too. Because Uzumaki should be higher as well. But
fair enough. Yeah, this will be a pass for me as well.
I might give it a 1 episode because I do like the cyberpunk style stuff. I know I've been burned in the past looking at you, Metallic Rouge, but
God, we are dragging our fucking nutsack all over Metallic Rouge tonight.
No, I still like it. I still enjoyed it. I'm just saying it like definitely did not continue along its initial trajectory. It kind of took
Yeah.
off really fast and then kind of hit a big
Demon Lord,
old wall.
yeah, Demon Lord 2099 Crunchyroll starting October 12th, so a little bit later than the others.
Yeah. I
But,
mean, honestly, we're all over the board in terms of
indeed.
start dates. So
Next up, I'll become a villainess that will go down in history, done by
nope.
Maho Films, comedy, fantasy, isekai, reincarnation, romance. It's just another villainess show.
Yeah, the villainess ones just never get me.
I
mean, it's
honestly,
not my
I've
cup of
never
tea.
given them a fair try. I feel like if I did, I probably would like it. But
It's
yeah,
a
this one,
yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a style and a premise that just never really gets like yeah, I don't know. It's
yeah,
hard. I
basically,
can't even think of the words to just like to explain why I don't like them. It just they don't seem to really fit the bill for anything that I'm looking for in an anime. It's like they're all just kind of off by a little bit.
that's fair. Yeah, this will get a pass for me, but I know that these shows do very well, so it'll probably get a lot of attention. This next one probably won't get a lot of attention at all, but this is one of my most anticipated. I am very, 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 very excited for this. 360. Oh, excuse me, I had to burp.
Oh, they
365.
got so excited, almost barfed.
365 Days to the Wedding. This is done by Productions. It's an adult cast romance workplace. Basically, two introverts like that don't know each other, don't really talk. They work in the same building. They decide to get into a relationship after their work has basically said, "Hey, we're opening a new branch in bumfuck nowhere, Serbia." So basically, they're just like, "Hey, as long as we're married, they're not. They only need to send one person. So if we get married, they're not going to send both of us." So they decide they're going to get married so that way they don't have to go to Serbia and they can continue doing their little hobbies that they enjoy. What are you reeling about?
Have you thought this entire because you've read this series too,
Yes.
right? Have you thought this entire time that they're going to Serbia?
It's what no, I know they're not going to Serbia, but in the Siberia.
God damn it. God fucking damn it. That's
Siberia.
a big difference. That's a big difference.
Yes, Siberia.
Oh my god, that's a huge difference. Bumfuck Serbia is probably an actual city in Serbia. Siberia is a goddamn wasteland.
Sometimes, and I get the dyslexia sometimes. That was my dyslexia moment. Okay?
No, because we've talked about the manga before, and you're like, oh, you should totally get this because they're like
read it on the goddamn page. I read it as Siberia. I was like, that's strange.
Told me Serbia before though, and I just believed you. I was like, sir, that's a weird country to pick, Serbia. I'm like, all right, it's a big.
The series is a delight. I'm very much so looking forward to it. It's got some great comedy.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it too.
Next up, Blue Box. This is a big one that everybody has been anticipating.
Yeah.
I know that it's going to be good. It's another Shonen Jump product.
And it's going to be on Netflix.
And it's going to be on Netflix.
Yeah.
The first two episodes are coming out on the same day, October 12th.
Basically, if you like sports, it's all sports. Badminton, basketball, sports, team sports, and also some romance in school.
It's almost as if team sports, basketball and badminton are teams. Well, badminton can be solo, but it's almost as if basketball is a team sport. Anyways, there's romance in it too.
Fucking thanks, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about this series. I have not read it for myself, but this is going to be a huge show, and it looks gorgeous as well.
Yeah,
so
it'll be on my watch list.
Yeah, this is on my watching the entirety of it. So
yeah,
we're good. Next up, you are Miss Servant. Why does this character look like? Remember, like 2 years ago, where the kid gets like inducted into the college girls' dorm and becomes
don't talk about that one. It's like Angel in the dormitory or whatever.
Something like that. But yeah, this boy looks like the same main character from that series.
I don't want to be that person, but they kind of use the same type of boy for any of the young boy, older women type shit.
A high schooler, Hiroyoshi gets
that dude is not a high schooler. If that dude's a high schooler, I should be put in an old folks home. Like, there's no way.
With her black hair, graceful manners, and peculiar request to be hired, she turns out to be a former assassin with a knack for clumsiness. Their encounter leads to a shared life under one roof, with her, where her emotionless heart begins to stir. This is a story of a lonely maid finding a family.
God damn it.
Ah. Romantic subtext is what a tag.
Because they
The
can't put
comedy romantic.
romance because that dude is a child. I don't care if it says he's in high school. That dude just left his preschool graduation and is being carried off by a maid.
It's gonna be
Whatever.
on
I'll give
Crunchyroll,
it
so
a
it's
one
not
episode try.
gonna be that. It's not gonna be that horny.
I'll give it a
expect.
one episode try. That's fine.
I will as well.
All right.
Demon Lord Retry R is a sequel to Demon Lord Retry, or no?
Yeah, I was gonna say
The Demon Lord Retry manga's revamped version, Demon Lord Retry R.
revamped version. It doesn't need to be revamped because I'm not gonna watch it.
I didn't watch Demon Lord Retry, so I'm not gonna watch this. But yeah, regardless, it's just a redo of Demon Lord Retry. Apparently,
Yeah, it's gonna be on Crunchyroll.
It will be on Crunchyroll. Did Crunchyroll like come out today and be like, "Here's our list"? Because Crunchyroll seems to have a lot out.
I think they've been doing a piecemeal, but Crunchyroll, High Dive, and then I assume eventually Netflix will, since they have a number of ones. Will do like their whole final list.
Yeah,
But they've been slowly announcing over the last like couple of weeks, I feel like.
that's fair. Next up, the healer who was banished from his party is in fact the strongest. Another just kind of
Most amount of
technically
commas I've
not
ever seen in a title.
not isekai, but feels like isekai type of show. So, yeah, no, this is a pass for me. These shows, unless there's like a really wacky premise to it, like the
Vending machine.
there was another healer one that just came out not too long ago that I actually enjoyed because it was over the top and wacky. Oh, the wrong way to use healing magic.
Yeah, I was saying
That
redo of a
one was
healer.
actually pretty solid. I enjoyed it. It was a good comedy. But yeah, this just doesn't do it for me. So.
No. Oh my god.
Moving on, Loner Life in Another World action
Just
adventure fantasy isekai done by Hayabusa Film and Passion.
passionate.
Passion.
I should just say harem too. It's gonna be on High Dive.
Yeah, this is
it
gonna
comes
be
out soon. It's a dude running with just a gaggle of girls behind him. All of them are gonna have weird.
But he wouldn't mind having some cool powers. Unfortunately, he's last in line when the magic cheat skills are divvied up.
Oh
so
my
by the time it's Haruka's turn, there are no good choices left. Now Haruka will have to take on this fantasy world the hard way on his own with a hodgepodge of bizarre skills.
All right. We don't need to read it all. We gotta hurry this up. This is way too long. No, if you want to be horny and watch a dude get chased by girls, go for it. All right. Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online, Gun Gale Online Season 2. I will be watching the ever living fuck out of it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the Gun Gale Online Season 1. I thought it was great. It had it didn't really have that many like problematic things like the original show does. So
yeah,
looking forward to
Crunchyroll.
Sure.
I do need to watch Season 1 because I've heard nothing but good things about that one because I got turned off from the original Sword Art Online, so I should get back into it. Let's be real here. The remaining ones we don't really have to talk about too much because they're all going to be pretty stellar except for maybe a handful. So
yes, so we're gonna blast through these don to don.
If you don't know about it by now, you obviously have been removed from social media for quite some time because the first couple episodes were leaked as well. The main and opening song has been just everywhere for the last like month. It feels like it's gonna be. This is your pick for anime of the year.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the year in January, we did a prediction show, and I said this is going to be the biggest show of the year. Yeah. As much as I wanted it to be Delicious in Dungeon, this is the show.
Yeah, and if you're not aware, real quick, the girl who believes in the spirits and mediums and ghosts, boy believes in the occult, like aliens and all that shit, try to prove each other wrong, and wild things happen. We'll just leave it there because it's chaotic. But it's gonna be.
I did watch the first 3 episodes in theaters this past weekend. And I can without a doubt say that I will be correct about that prediction. It's
wow, it's stamp of guarantee, a Frankfurter guarantee.
It is fucking great.
Slapped his hot dog meat down and was like, "This is it."
Everything I wanted from this show and more.
Oh, I'm happy for you. I will be patient and wait for it to come out October 3rd on Crunchyroll. Next one. As a
No,
reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my
is it
appraisal
actually
skill
going
to
to be
rise
on
in the world season
Crunchyroll as
2.
well?
It's going to be on Crunchyroll.
Okay, because it's got the Netflix tag. I know it's going to be on Netflix. I didn't know if it was going to be on Crunchyroll as well.
What live chart are you on? My live chart shows Crunchyroll and the source is Crunchyroll.
Mine says source is Crunchyroll, but it's got the Netflix tag in the bottom right corner.
I don't even see Netflix on here. Mine shows Crunchyroll. Well, folks, let's test this. Hang
It will
on.
be on Crunchyroll, but it will
There you go.
also be on Netflix. So, anyways, yeah. As a reincarnated
It's
aristocrat, I'll use
Aristocrat
yeah.
season 2. Didn't watch season 1. I'm okay.
So we're gonna pass. Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, The Conflict.
Oh, I'm so excited. Give me more.
We're so close, buddy. We're
I know.
so close. October 5th, this will be on Hulu.
This is
Disney.
yeah, this is freaking fantastic. Like the first 2 seasons or parts, we'll say, of the Blood War were absolutely phenomenal. So
Yeah.
I'm even more excited now because again, I went into the Blood
And
War
they
not
barely
knowing
had Ichigo in them.
I'm okay
They
with
were
that.
great without Ichigo. Like,
Yeah.
you throw
Well, there's a
Ichigo
lot. I mean,
to be like, holy fuck, dude.
there's a lot of sequences in the original like Bleach where there's not much Ichigo, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I'm okay with that. But like going in blind because I haven't read all the way up through the manga, so I had no idea what the Blood War was going to entail. I kind of knew like the like little pieces of it, and I was like mind blown. This was incredible. So yeah, more please.
Be looking forward to it. 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. This is going to be
Continuation.
I watched episode 1. I was like, nope, I'd rather read this. This is just cringy as ever living fuck. So
yeah. I think I have the first volume or 2. Yeah, it is on my list though because it is kind of a funny premise. But
yeah. Next up, Blue Lock versus U20 Japan. I did not finish Blue Lock when I first started watching it.
I need to. I finished the first core.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that are just like, this is on my like to-do list, like my like shame pile.
Yeah, it is. Like the first core is so good. Like if you are looking for like, I want the level of intensity of like a high Q volleyball match, but without all of the like slice of life that happens in between matches. Blue Lock is your choice because it's just intensity from start to finish. Like there's no real like reprieve. You're just getting constant battling of some kind, whether it's like in a match or doing like challenge stuff to stay alive in the competition, whatever. Like it's a non-stop action-packed type sports anime. So it's freaking fantastic. I do need to catch up on it too.
I'll you know what? This week I'll make it a point when I'm working at home. I'll make it a point to watch the rest of this show.
Look at that. And if you want to watch it, it's going to be on Crunchyroll. And also we should mention 2.5 Dimensional Seduction if you haven't started it from summer. It's on High Dive.
Yes.
Moving on.
Next up, Shangri-La's Frontier Season 2. This will be on Crunchyroll. I loved Season 1. I love this series. This is one of those book series that like I don't care. I'll pay full price for it just so I can read it day one because I enjoy. Like every time I finish a volume, I'm like, I need more, I need more, I need more. Like, it's not that it's like the best story, the best premise. It's just so entertaining.
Yeah.
That I'm like, it scratches something in my brain that I'm like, yes, this is great. I love this. I'll be watching the ever living fuck out of this. Next up, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon, aka Danmachi Season 5 Goddess of Fertility arc? I swear to fucking God, if something happens to Seer in this season, I'm a shit a chicken. I'm a fucking shit a chicken and beat somebody over the head with it.
You better. Oh, okay, never. I was gonna say you better start building your coop. You better start building that coop.
No, Seer's one of my favorite girls in this series, and she's been like marketed heavily, and it's one of those things that it does not look good for her.
Okay, in fairness, if you're not familiar with Danmachi, it
is.
We won't spoil anything. It is a light harem, we'll say. Too bad Bell is just the most.
He's also like 15 or 14 years old.
Yeah. So we like to keep him safe.
He's a little pure boy, but
I mean, in fairness though, the writing was kind of on the wall, and eventually something had to break. So we've reached the snapping point, we'll say.
If I'm excited. If you have not watched this series, I will say get through the fan service of season 1. get through the kind of muddied pacing of season 2, and then season 3 and 4 are like back to fantastic. But this is one of those
Yeah.
series that you see it on paper and you're like, this looks stupid. It has some of the best lore and world building in a series that is out there, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
it's got amazing world building, it's got amazing lore, it's got this is the best take of gods and goddesses from different mythologies all thrown into one that I've ever seen. This
Yeah.
is phenomenal.
This is something that I picked up on a whim in college and fell in love with.
Agreed. I
Like,
watched it season 1 whenever the fuck it came out, and I was like, holy shit, this is great.
yeah. Yeah, I thought it was wonderful. So, yeah, definitely going to be a shift from seasons 3 and 4, I presume, with the Goddess of Fertility arc. But I'm still
Yeah,
super excited, though.
I'm staying away from future trailers because I saw the first trailer. I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm
that's
staying
enough
away
for
from.
me.
I don't think I've watched a single
I
trailer
watched
for
part of the
any.
first trailer or like the
No,
teaser, and I'm like, no, no,
you're
no,
a
I
fool.
don't need to see
You're a
it
fool.
anymore.
We
I know,
preach
I know,
day in and day out to
I
people.
know,
Hey,
I know,
if you don't
I
want to be
understand.
spoiled, no, but not even trailers. We always tell people too. If you don't want to be spoiled, what you do, you listen to the opening theme, eyes closed, and you
Oh
listen
yeah,
to it once, and then you just skip it afterwards, unless it's like a bop, right?
this will be on
Don't watch
highlight.
the fucking trailer either. You're an idiot. You watch the trailer, you're like, well, all right, I don't have to watch the whole season then. You just figured everything out.
Trailer.
Doesn't
Anyways,
matter. Doesn't matter.
High Dive starting October 4th. Moving on, Tower of God Season 2, Core 2. I need to catch up. I'm a few episodes behind, but I'm really enjoying this season.
That's a
Next up,
series I never
after
got
that,
into.
I'm really enjoying it.
Jeezums.
Arifureta, The Commonplace to World's Strongest Season 3. I watched the first 2 seasons, I think, late last year.
Yeah, yeah.
It was not.
Oh, wasn't your
No,
thing?
no, this bunny girl. I don't think this bunny girl was part of it. Maybe she was.
Oh,
If she was, she wasn't very.
if she was, if she wasn't, if she wasn't, people have a reason to watch season 3, I guess. Jesus. Yeah, I'm also okay. This was never a series that interested me.
Okay, yeah, no, the bunny girl wasn't in season 2, so thank God.
Now, something that does interesting me.
All of Google Chrome.
Oh God, something that does interest me very much so, and should interest everyone in existence who's ever watched anime or will watch anime. ReZero, Starting Life in Another World, season 3.
Yep,
we're finally getting it.
Looking forward to it.
And it's a 90-minute special premiere. Huh? It's gonna start October 1st on Crunchyroll. Yeah. If you're not
Also,
familiar,
that will also be on Crunchyroll.
yeah, whatever. No one cares. If you're not familiar with ReZero, it is, I think, safe to say at this point, the best isekai ever. I think it's
definitely up there.
It's hard to find one that matches just how well this one was able to just bring people right into a new world and create all this tension and mystery and suspense from episode 1 of season 1. Like, I remember watching episode 1 for the first time and just being blown away. Like, what is going on? What in the world is happening? But completely infatuated with this new world, the people in it, the premise of what was going on, the mystery behind all these different characters. Like, it was so well told. Like, the story, the world building aspect, the character development, all, like, and again, main character is one of those shitheads that you don't really want to like, but you acknowledge the fact that they do grow throughout, the seasons. Yeah. And you see like, you kind of see this final point at which you're like, wow, you've improved insanely, and we kind of hope the best for you. And you just know now that something horrible is going to happen, and it's going to all come crumbling down. And that is what I'm waiting for right here in season 3. I'm like, we feel it. I am too safe. I feel too comfortable. Something has to happen. It's bound to, right?
This will have to be a future episode of what is the best isekai out there, because there are some damn good series.
I know. I'm well aware. I'm well aware. And isekai, again, it was one of those genres we always talk about as being like, you could throw a hat, in a pile and pick it out, and chances are you're probably just going to pull out another isekai, right? Like
Fair.
the needle in the haystack does not like make any sense when it comes to the isekai genre, because you're basically just are diving in and you're just surrounded by isekais. You're like, oh Jesus Christ, there's too many, there's too much. They're just
Yeah.
making an isekai for whatever they want nowadays.
I will definitely be watching all of this. And the last show that's on and again, ReZero will be on Crunchyroll. The last show also on Crunchyroll will not be watching Serai Gensoki Spirit Chronicles Season 2.
Yeah.
Um,
Why does the
again, I don't even know what Season 1 is. I don't even know when Season 1 came out.
did they
I will
carbon
not be
copy the
watching.
bottom right girl and the top right girl? Why are they making the same face?
They might be
They're like,
sisters. Who knows?
ha ha.
Different hairstyles, different hair, but same face.
God.
Yeah, they might be sisters. Who knows? I don't know. We didn't watch Season 1, so who knows? Somebody else can tell us. Let us know in the comments if they're the same
No,
girl or if
no,
they're sisters.
no,
What?
no.
No. What do you
People
mean no?
people still need to comment on whether or not they know the person I referenced in Kingdom Hearts 2 from Twilight Town
Yeah,
that beats kids with a foam bat.
I still to this.
After the episode, I'll educate you, my friend.
Sure. Anyways, thank you for joining us. Please let us know what you will be watching next season, as I have this list of fucking just ungodly
it's
amount of shows that I will be watching next season.
yeah.
If you like what you saw here, which I'm very sorry if you did, not really, I thank you for the support. We are also on social media, other social medias for short form content on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and sometimes Instagram. That is if we are posting. We will be back into posting hopefully soon. We've just been I feel like I've been very burnt out on posting and everything and just having
Yeah.
zero ideas. So
I'm
we'll
also
we'll get back to
lazy
it.
and, a little bit.
We've both been very busy boys, so we'll get back to it eventually. But until next time, Spark Chime. We'll see you then.